What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today, the challenge event is back, the Beowulf's challenge. So we get another chance to go up against the horrible Grendel and Grendel's mother and earn some challenge tokens and stuff like that. But we also have a brand new hero that has dropped into the portal. And it is this dude called ECGTHEOW. We're going to go with that. So he is our latest hero from the Beowulf summon. So we're going to take a closer look at him today. I believe that he is going to be a really, really good hero. And I can say that with confidence because he is almost exactly the same as one of the other heroes that has been ruling the roost at the top for quite some time now. And that is, of course, my boy, Sir Alex Fergus McFerguson. And he is basically the nature version of him with a couple of subtle differences. So let's dive in and we'll see what this dude is all about. So starting off, he is, of course, a nature hero. I like the look of the card. I love the borders, etc. And he is of the barbarian class, not the strongest class. I am lucky enough to have Fergus, so we may well flick back and forth. Fergus is of the monk class, so that gives him a chance to withstand or resist status elements. The barbarian class just gives him a little bit of bleed damage. So far, Fergus definitely winning. In terms of the team power, 1168. So he is in keeping. I mean, they are slowing things down in terms of the power creep, but his stats are really, really high. So he is going to win out over Fergus in the stats department. 1246 attack, 1118 defense, and nearly 2100 on the health makes for a super stocky survivable hero. He is, of course, of the Beowulf family. So just for a recap, they get a bonus from one or two heroes, which is either 75 or 100% chance to cleanse a random cleansable status element from all allies when they receive damage from any enemy's special skill. That is a super strong passive. I really do like it. It just gives them the ability to get rid of any nasty status elements without having to cast a special, just by taking damage from a special skill. And it's a very high chance. I mean, if you have two heroes, it's 100% that they are going to cleanse a status element every time they get damage from any enemy special skill, which is, yeah, like I said, it's really, really powerful. So far, so good. They also have perfect accuracy, so the character's special skill never misses the target. So any damage is definitely going to land. And then they get the two passives. So one of them is mana on buff received, which means the character gains 5% mana when they receive a buff or a positive stack. That's pretty cool. And then the stacking attack on damage received. So when the character receives damage from special skills, they gain a 25% attack stack. They can have up to a maximum of 10 stacks, and that is just going to build up and ramp up over time. So the passives for these characters are ridiculously good, and that really, really works well in terms of the special skill damage. So remember, whenever they receive special skill damage, not only do they cleanse a random cleansable status element, they also receive a damage attack stack. So like 25% attack stack every time they get damage from special skills. It's just crazy. So this guy's attack stack can go right up to 250% increased depending on how much damage he's taking. Yeah, the passives for these guys are ridiculous, honestly. Like I really, really do think he is winning so far. So let's take a look at the special, and this is where things start to get interesting. So it's called Challenge the Strongest, and he is running at slow mana speed. At slow speed, he's going to deal 500% damage to the enemy with the highest remaining HP, and then 300% damage to all other enemies. So no need to target his special. He is just going to deal the highest amount of damage to the enemy with the highest HP, and then 300% to all other enemies. So that is pretty huge. Then he reduces the mana of the enemy with the most mana by 50% and reduces the mana of all other enemies by 30%, which is humongous. I mean, it's not quite as good as Fergus. Like I say, I will just go out and back in. So Fergus reduces the mana of the enemy with the most mana by 70% and the mana of all others by 40%. And then he gives a negative mana generation for 6 turns and summons a Sword Guard Mega Minion as well. Now, the Mega Minion does help because it does quite a lot of attack damage, 300% every single turn. and he gives out some bleed damage as well. But would you rather have that, or would you rather have the upfront damage plus the mega passives that this guy's going on? I mean, it's a very, very hard sort of choice to make between the two. But I think ECGTHEOW may just he may just win just because of everything else that he's got going on, and the fact that you can speed him up with the passive that he's got, where he gets that mana on buff received. So 5% every time he receives a buff. You want to take him with buff heavy teams. He doesn't give himself a buff, but you can definitely benefit from that. Plus the increasing attack. And like I've mentioned already, the family bonus with the cleanse. It's just crazy. And the damage that he's dishing out is a lot. The mana reduction, yes, it's lower. So it's 50% and then 30% to all other enemies, but it doesn't need to be quite as high. I mean, it's still a lot of mana reduction, and it's still very, very crippling, especially on defense. So first of all, I think this guy is going to be an incredible, incredible tank. I think he's going to hold his own, and I think he's going to help you to ramp up the leaderboard in terms of raid cups, whatever you want to do in terms of war defenses, everything else. He is going to be incredibly strong defensively, but I also think that he's going to be awesome on attack, because obviously, I mean, the obvious thing to do would be to pair him with a Beowulf family hero, because then it's guaranteed to cleanse every time, but also to pair him up with heroes that give buffs, because then he's going to get 5% mana, and you only really need a few buffs on the hero to almost make him functionally average speed. So yeah, I really, really think this is an excellent hero. Like, I would say the only other thing that I should mention is in terms of the talent class. So I'm just thinking now with the talent class for Fergus, one thing that's cool is that you do get on the talent tree, if I go into the talent grid, you get the 4% mana bonus, which means that with a Bard hero and a level 29 Magic Troop or level 27 Styx Troop, you can actually get him to charge within 9 tiles. So very, very similar between the two heroes. To me, there's really not that much between them. Maybe ECGTHEOW would just cut it. But that being said, with everything that we've laid out on the table, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear in the comments what you guys think about this brand new hero, whether you think he's better or worse than Fergus, or whether you think they're exactly the same in terms of what they're going to be able to do on defensive teams. However you cut the mustard, it is going to be a tricky one going forwards, because now we've got to deal with this dude as well as Fergus and the nasty Granny Bernadette. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed already. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now.